This question is from Singh. I have become confused about what is the real meaning of Jada in Advaita.
Jada, yes.
Excuse me. Is it that substance has existence but not consciousness? Is it all drishya, in which case the drashta is consciousness? But by this rationale, even the mind, when it perceives the eyes, is conscious in that transaction. Or is it that which does not have independent existence, which means all except Brahman is Jada?
Okay, the word...
A bit more.
Yes.
Is the sentient being without self-realization Jada or conscious? What is the real meaning of Jada?
All right. The word Jada in Sanskrit and many Indian languages, it just means insentient. Often it is taken to mean non-living. There are two words, Chetana, Jada. Chetana means conscious and Jada means not conscious. Sentient, insentient. And that's a word used in day-to-day language also in India. Jada means something that is inert, non-moving, non-living. Chetana means alive, conscious and all that. You know, when we read biology as school kids, we would be asked to give 5 points of distinction between living and non-living. And then we would give those 5 points, and then we would be told how the virus shares both. That's how we were taught at school. In Vedanta, the distinction is not so much between living and non-living as between conscious and not conscious, awareness and not awareness, between awareness and object. So, straight away, the Vedantic or Sankhyan analysis, when we look at our own experience, classify whatever appears to you, whatever is experienced as Jada, as object. Whatever is experienced is an object. To what? To you, the consciousness. You, the self and consciousness, we are taking as one. So, to consciousness, everything is an object. Whatever appears, whatever we see, hear, smell, taste, touch, is object. But even whatever we think about, thoughts, memories, ideas, sensations, feelings, emotions, they're also objects because they're equally Jada, because they're appearing to consciousness. This is an analysis. That's not common sense. This is an analysis. This analysis will force us back to our nature as consciousness and cleanse that consciousness nature of all object. That's the purpose of this analysis. In our understanding, everything that we experience is Jada, is an object. Why is it Jada? Because it's an object. As the professor Arindam Chakravarti humorously put it, an object is anything that objects to your consciousness. And think about your consciousness as a field spreading out, and it runs up against this, sounds, taste, forms, ideas, feelings, even the subtlest thoughts. They're all objects. They're objecting to your consciousness. That's why you experience them. It runs up against them. That's one way of thinking. So Jada is anything that's an object. Now let's look at the questions. The first one.
Is it that substance has existence but not consciousness?
Yes. Now, here's the question. I am conscious and I'm aware of things. And things seem to exist. Now, here's the thing. That those things seem to have existence. And I exist and I also have consciousness. I am conscious of things. The things exist, they seem to have existence, but they don't seem to have consciousness. Only I seem to have consciousness. Now the problem here is, according to Vedanta, the ultimate reality is existence, consciousness, bliss. So anything that is real must display all these things that, being and awareness and a pleasing or fulfilling nature. So can it be possible that these things have existence but no consciousness? Vedanta answers them at different levels. One is, yes, there are certain names and forms, this one for example, which manifests existence. It seems to exist, but does not manifest consciousness. There are certain names and forms, like your mind, my mind, which not only manifests existence, but also consciousness. So a conscious existence is manifested there. The language used in Vedanta is borrowing. There is an ultimate reality, which is being. And this name and form borrows being from that ultimate reality. That's why it seems to exist. So that's one level of analysis. If you go to a deeper level of analysis, we'll see that, no, even these things do not have existence. What has existence is that one consciousness experiencing these things. You have existence, and you have consciousness, or you are existence consciousness. And whatever appears to you in this field of existence consciousness, which is you, appears to exist. But that existence is borrowed from you, much like a dream. In a dream, you experience everything as existing. But when you wake up, you feel those things, you realize those things were nothing but me, the dreamer. Their existence was my existence. So that's the answer to the question. Do the objects, substances have existence but not consciousness? You can say they borrow existence but not consciousness, because that's the nature of those names and forms. Or you can go deeper. They have neither consciousness nor existence. They appear in existence consciousness, and they appear to exist. The second question.
Is it all drishya, in which case the drashta is consciousness? But by this rationale, even the mind, when it perceives the eyes, is conscious in that transaction.
Right.
Oh.
The second question that she has asked is, her main question was, what is Jada? What is the nature of the inert entity? So all objects of perception, drishya means all objects of experience. So just being an object of experience, is that what is meant by Jada? In that case, the experiencing mind, for example, the mind is the observer of the world, or the eyes. Through the eyes it experiences the world. The world becomes an object of experience, the mind is the experiencer, then the mind will become conscious. And the answer is yes, but mind is not ultimately conscious. The same principle of borrowing. The mind can borrow not only existence, but also consciousness. Just like your mind in the dream. You are dreaming, you've forgotten yourself. Then you are a person in your own dream, and that person has a mind of its own. That mind has borrowed its light and existence from the dreamer. Similarly here, look at the mind. The mind here not only exists, my thoughts exist, ideas exist, they also feel very conscious. So they have borrowed existence and consciousness from me, the pure consciousness. What's the third question?
Is it that which does not have independent existence, which means all except Brahman is Jada?
Ultimately it comes to this. That which does not exist by itself is Jada. Or they are coeval. All that is object, insentient, is all that does not have independent existence, and that's another term for mithya or falsity. That which is Jada, which is object, which is does not have independent existence, is also false. Is false in the sense it's an appearance. Appearance does not mean a non-existent. Appearance does not mean that you cannot use them. You can use them. In a virtual reality, you can use stuff. In the world of appearances, you can use stuff. There's a chair or there's a table, I can put the microphone on the table. I can speak through the microphone and you can hear me. You can use stuff. Technology will work. Science will work. In the world of appearances, everything works. Yeah. So, yes, that's what it ultimately amounts to. Jada is equal to Mithya in Advaita, in standard Advaita theory.